Thanks, Abby. Thanks, Abby, and thanks, LDV. My name is Fiona. I came from Sea Machines. Today, I'm really excited about talking about enhancing in situation awareness for autonomous vessels. So when talking about autonomous driving, most of us just referring cars and recently expanded to airs. But we people at Sea Machines were focusing on ocean. We were doing the autonomous driving for maritime industry. And the question is, why maritime industry? Because it is so important. It affects everyone's daily life, almost every aspect. It is responsible for 90% of the global trade. And basically, like, we know the ship is very expensive. And the cost to build a high-tech and really long, big ship can cost over 200 million to build. Even with these expensive sensors and equipment in the ship, installed in the ship, and then there's still very high risk shipping in the ocean. The reason is because it's so challenged came from the sensor reliability, the radar could not be accurate enough and easy track, and the AIS, which is like reporting yourself, the target, the roads, and the information of the vessel could not be real, and also human errors. It can come from the limitations, especially the restrictions coming from extreme sea state and weather variabilities. 80% of the errors is caused by human fault operations, similar as other domains. So that's why we want to having the autonomous driving control system into vessels. We have many generations of products, and one of the product is doing autonomy control, basically for the waypoint tracking, the collaborative following, the survey, and also collision avoidance. And why vision? Is because we think vision is so important that could help the entire autonomy system into another smarter level, because then we can know the types of the objects better than radar, and we will know what we can behave when two ships meet each other, how to avoid them, how to follow the navigation rules to prevent collision. We also could have capabilities to do a better collaborative following that into many boats. Now it's hard because you want to follow one and only coordinating with one radar signal. We realize that data is really important, so that we build the data collection system into many different boats, from the small working boats to 1,000-feet cargo ship. These are the example data from Vistula Maersk. Our Hamburg team built the system collecting the data where this 40,000 feet and 200-meter long cargo ship travel between Rotterdam, the Netherlands, to St. Petersburg, Russia. So during the trip, we're collecting the data, and we're having all the data organized, analyzed, and labeled. And this is a very fascinating system. We have multiple multi-spectral and multi-camera system to build a paranormal view, so that the captain can see around the vessel even though they are in the bridge. We're far away from what they can see. And the bottom line is the label data from this data set. And you can tell that the far red one is, you can see the icy on the surface, and this one has a lot of reflection from the sunset, and also different views from the harbor. So it's so important to have the vision into the perception system, because we want to have this system helping with other sensor data, not only doing the detection, but also having all those information integrated together to teach the ship what the environment and surrounding area for surrounding events for the ship. So ultimately, we can teach the ship how to behave properly, safely, and smarter in the ocean. So the question will be usually people asking me what are you doing? My answer is I'm doing autonomous driving for boats. People say, oh, it's easy compared to cars. That's not the case. So by looking at this data, it's from the Notre Dame harbor, so you can tell that how it is busier than you expected. And the type of objects and the size of them are quite different than you expected. it is really challenging, and I think it's a good opportunity for us to do the work. So the thing is, we have to understand the data better and better categorize the data, and even just looking at one vessel there, on the different angles, different views, different lighting, they looks quite different. It's a very challenging problem, and we love it. So that we believe that next generation for maritime industry will be the autonomous driving, and we hope that we could be the lead of this area and do the good job for that. So thank you.
Thank you very much.